Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Echo Master League. It is Easter Sunday, everyone. Whether you're celebrating Resurrection or the Easter Bunny, welcome in, everyone. Good to see y'all today. We actually have three games for y'all tonight. The first one being Good Vibes Only versus Ultra X Tensor. Then after that, we will have Flossinasa Hilipilification play Wild Card, and then to finish off our triple header for the night, Monarch versus Mystic. But anyways, welcome to the first game, everyone. How's it going? It's me, Gaga Goose, here with Trod on the cameras, the goat himself, Trod. But we have us a good match. We have the number 11 Ultra X Tensor taking on the number 12 Good Vibes Only. Both very closely. I can't phrase how close they are. They're 2 MMR points away from each other right now. So either team here is a big win for either team. But it looks like we are going to get set up here, and we are going to go in for the opening joust here. Let's see who will take it in our first game for the triple header of the night. And here they come. And it looks like it is going to be won here by Good Vibes Only. It looks like it's going to be slapped back, actually, into the hands of Deadline. Going to get picked off there by James. James throwing that one straight up into the upper area. Gets picked up, though, by Empty. Empty sending that one down to Sizzle, and Sizzle for a 2 to set the tone here, coming straight out the gate, putting points up for Ultra X Tensor. Good little shot there from Sizzle to set the tone. But we'll see if this isn't a tone setter, but yet just a miscalculation on the end of Good Vibes Only. Let's see if they can turn it around here, starting off with their first offensive joust of the game. It'll be Pause throwing that one left tunnel down to Coaster Master. Coaster Master going to send that one down to floor, looking for a bounce in the goal, but gets denied by Empty. Stunned out there by Deadline, looking for the shot, not quite going to get it. Disc going to float around outside that bubble to be picked up by Sizzle. Sizzle crossing that one over to I Hate Cosmo, who throws that one up to Empty. Not able to quite, looks like they're missing their stacks, but that's all right. It gets picked up by Sizzle, but snagged away by that stack there from Good Vibes Only into the hands of Pause. Pause throwing that one up, and a save there for James. James going to clear that one right down the middle into Bowtie. Picked up yet again by Pause. He's going to try and clear that out. Gets picked up by James again. Pass to Empty. Empty sending that one down the floor into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle looking for a pass up into the hands of Cosmo. And Cosmo for 2, and we have Ultra X Tensor up by 4 to start this game for y'all. Let me get a drink in real quick. Stay hydrated, people. But anyways, we are going to see if Good Vibes Only has a response here on this offensive joust, and it will be in the hands of Pause. Pause throwing this one quickly down right tunnel. Going to get that crossover to Coaster Master on that left side. Coaster looking for the shot, but it turns out to be a pass to Cam Spin, and Cam Spin gets that 2 there. And we have life here from Good Vibes Only, putting their first points on the board for the game. And it looks like we're going to have our first offensive joust here from Ultra X Tensor. Just a good little cross pass to get that disc downfield. Very effective there from Good Vibes Only. And it looks like they're a little slow coming out of the tunnel, but Empty's able to pick that one up since it left tunnel not into the hands of Cosmo. Cosmo sending that one down to Sizzle. Sizzle working it up on floor now. Gonna send that one up to Roof into the hands of James. James working down onto that shoulder. Gonna get some jukes. Goes with the shot. It gets grabbed. It's in a whole bunch of hands, but Cam Spin comes out with the disc, able to clear it out, but gets picked up by Empty. Empty trying to throw that one back into bubble. Snagged off, however, by Deadline. It'll bounce a little funny off that upper area into that trap. Empty able to grab that one yet again. And it will go into the hands of Camspin, who gets stunned out and loses disc. It's going to get picked up by Pause, however, who is able to get that one out of the tunnel. He's going to bounce it off that floor looking for a shot, but it's into the hands of Camspin, and we have us a tied game here. Can we remove that, please, from chat? Twitch bots. But anyways, tied game here very early in the game. 4-4 already for both teams, putting in really quick, just very effective on getting quick scores here for Good Vibes Only so far. And it looks like Ultra X Tensor is more bound for like a slower pass-oriented play style, and it looks like that got knocked loose there, and Pause able to pick that one up. Pause going to try and clear that one out center, picked up by Empty, however. Empty going to bounce that one off Trench into the hands of Coaster Master. Coaster's going to send that one all the way down, trying to get that back wall bounce. Just seems to be off to the right a little bit. Looks like we have a loose disc here, not quite able to grab it. However, Empty's able to snag that one away into the hands of, I believe that was Sizzle that was able to clear that one out. I couldn't quite tell from my point of view, but that's okay. Paul's going to try and clear that one out the tunnel and will succeed in doing so, but picked up yet again by Empty. Empty sending that one up to roof to James. James throwing that one down to Cosmo. Cosmo back to Empty. Empty down to Cosmo. Cosmo to James. James in bubble now. James backs out of bubble. Looking for a pass option. Maybe gets that pass off. Not quite going to connect, though, on the shot there, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to be Camspin able to pick that one up, but gets stunned out. But Deadline able to grab that one and gets the clear off a really lucky double diamond bounce, I believe. And that will be picked up by Cosmo. Cosmo sending that one over to Empty. Empty going to throw that one down that right tunnel there. And we'll get the clear into the hands of James. James going to cross that one down to Cosmo. And Cosmo going to walk this one, but it's going to bounce just off that ring into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle going to start to do some juking here. Just goes for a nice little reset. Slow down the pace a little bit here into the hands of Empty. Empty going to start to move up. Going to send that one over to James on roof. James now looking for maybe a pass option. Not quite going to connect there into the hands of Cosmo, but it looks like it's going to be picked up here by a player on Good Vibes Only, and it will be Pause that's able to get away with that possession change there. It will bounce off that Pac-Man and will be picked up by Camspin, but gets snagged away by James. What a grab there from James. James now maybe looking for a potential reset or just a cross pass over to Sizzle. Sizzle looks like they're just killing time. Little reset to Empty. Empty gonna send that one. Bounces off of Pac-Man, but ends up in the hands of Cosmo. As a little bit of insurance there, but Cosmo gonna pass that one up to James, and James gets stunned out and denied of that goal by Camspin. Camspin gonna try and clear that one out. It's gonna bounce off that tunnel to be picked up here by Coaster but quickly stunned out by Cosmo. Cosmo able to get that disc, tries to cross it, will connect into Empty. Empty quick pass to James, and James gonna look for that bottom two and will get it. And Ultra X TENS0R is up by 2 now. We have a super close game here for the first round. Only 4-6 with just under 4 minutes remaining. It's been really good for both these teams defensively. Both teams have been incredible so far. Hope to see a little bit more offense from either side, but pause here with this now. The ranks for these teams. Number 11, number 12, but James able to get that steal. It bounces just off that ding ring there. James gets the disc, gets another chance, but gets stunned out and able to throw it off to Sizzle. Sizzle going to throw this one down to James. James going to get that little cut pass to Cosmo for 2. But if I remember correctly, the rankings for these teams were the number 11, Ultra X TENS0R is number 11, and I think Good Vibes Only is number 12. They are both, I think both teams are diamond, very high diamond teams. Almost in the top 10. So either team here that wins will, I believe, will actually enter that top 10 area. These teams are only 2 points of MMR apart, but both very good teams to say the least. But Sizzle getting the better of that little altercation there and getting that 3. Just good execution there from Sizzle. I got a little sidetracked, but that's okay. I'm just having fun. But it looks like we have Ultras now up by 7 points so far. But we still got 2.5 minutes left in this round. They got plenty of time to do something here. It'll be Pause sending that one down to the right tunnel. And it will go down to Camspin. Camspin will get stunned out by that stack there. Gets thrown through that tunnel by James. And it looks like it will be James there to pick up disc. Goes for the shot, but denied by Deadline. Deadline denying that 3. Able to get it cleared out as well into that bubble. Bounces just off that shoulder and almost snagged away there by Pause, but Empty just able to get that disc out into the hands of James. James gonna pass that one up to Cosmo. Cosmo to Empty in a 1v1 situation. Doesn't quite get that shot off. Just a little down to the left. It'll be picked up here by Pause. Trying to clear that one out. Picked up by Sizzle, however. Sizzle waiting at that midfield. Able to get that pick off into the hands of Cosmo. With a little break check there. Not able to get that pass off. And cleared out by Camspin. And we will have a stack race for disc now. Picked up here by the stack from Ultra X TENS0R. Able to get that clear out now. We got a race for disc here. And it looks like it will be in the hands of James. James getting jukes. James getting stuns. And the pass off to Empty for 2 to separate the margin of gap just a little bit more. 9 points up now for Ultra X TENS0R. Whew, they've scored 9 unanswered so far. And we will see if Good Vibes Only can change it up maybe here a little bit, try and get some points in, or a momentum shift here in the closing moments of this round. It's going to be cleared out that middle area, and will end up in the hands of Deadline. Deadline going to pass down quickly down to Campspin for an easy 2, and they are just looking for a bit of a momentum change here, and they have done very well on their offensive joust so far. I will give Good Vibes Only that. They've been doing really well on their offensive joust so far. They've been very effective on that offensive joust. But we will have an offensive joust here from Ultra X TENS0R now, with Empty grabbing that disc, sending it over to Cosmo. Cosmo just able to get that disc out into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle looking for the open 3 and gets headbutted out, I believe, by Deadline. And it will be into the hands of Pause. Grabbed quickly there by Cosmo, able to get that snag. It's going to bounce off Pac-Man into the hands of Coaster. Coaster able to clear that one downfield into the hands of Deadline, and Deadline for the 3 to close out the round. And we do have a momentum shift here at the end of the round. But will Good Vibes Only be able to sustain that momentum change that happened here at the end of the round and be able to push it into the next round? We will see. But Ultra X TENS0R doing really well, able to get the passes just on offense. They're able to get it moving. They're able to get the scores that they need. But let's pull up some stats here for y'all real quick. The real thing I've noticed is the amount of possession time here. Like, even just watching, Ultra X TENS0R's by far held the disc way more than Good Vibes Only, with almost 4 minutes of possession time, and Good Vibes Only with 2.5 so far. Just the slower style of play here from Ultra X TENS0R has been working really well for them so far in this game. And another stat that's noticeable is 15 shots have been taken for Ultra X TENS0R, but only 6 taken so far for Good Vibes Only. And yeah, we will have new master teams tomorrow, I believe. Is it tomorrow that they're putting out the new teams for master? Okay, that's a little rude, Greed. You can be nice. Yeah, pretty much. I'll be on the lookout for that. But let's look at some points here. We have 6 for Campspin, we have 3 for Deadline, 4 for Cosmo, 2 for James, 5 for Sizzle, and 2 for Empty so far. Both teams have been really good so far, and I would love to see them keep it close like they did in that first round and potentially get us around 3 for this first game. But anyways, we are going to have the neutral joust come out now, and it will be, I believe it's going to be won here by Good Vibes Only, able to get that one. Throwing it into that bubble area, it will be picked up by Campspin. Campspin on floor, off the boot, gets stunned out, however, by Cosmo. Cosmo able to get that grab, tries to throw it out that tunnel, not quite gonna make it though, but will end up in the hands of Coaster. Coaster gonna send that one up to Campspin. Campspin trying to get in bubble, not able to quite make it. Pause looking for a little bounce shot, but denied by Empty. James able to get the snag off there and tries to clear it out. Does not succeed, unfortunately, and it looks like it's going to be picked up by Cosmo yet again. Cosmo able to get the clear, however, this time, and they do have a stack that's trying to get there. Will bounce off stage, it's a little weird, but Sizzle's there to recover. Sizzle for the 3 and denied by Coaster. Not letting that happen. Not today. No open 3s for you, says Coaster, as it will be cleared all the way down into that bubble. And will get snagged off here by Pause, and Pause for the 2 to start off round 2. I need a second. Oh my goodness. Just from the save, the Coaster save all the way to that Pause slam. Oh my goodness. Just good execution there from Good Vibes Only, able to get that quick score off here to start round 2. It'll be Empty now, with this sending that one down to Cosmo. Cosmo in that little area, that table, will avoid almost losing that disc into, but will get it into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle gonna get that pass up to James. James on shoulder. James to Sizzle, and Sizzle for 2. If you notice, whenever you're watching Ultra X TENS0R here, James being on that roof always likes to move down to that shoulder, looking for that cut, and it's worked out incredibly well for them so far. Even though it's very noticeable and repetitive, it has worked out in their favor. We'll see if Good Vibes Only can make adjustments to that, but it will be Pause here, sending that disc down to Deadline. Deadline to Coaster. Coaster to Campspin. Campspin gonna reset that one back to Deadline, who's gonna reset it back even further to Pause. Pause gonna look for a forward momentum pass here. We'll get it to Campspin. It gets grabbed and snagged by James, who gets stunned down. It's picked up here by Pause, not quite able to make that shot, just bouncing off that ring, and it will be loose in that upper area. Pause able to grab disc here, looking for a pass downfield, and will succeed into the hands of Deadline. Deadline going to pass down quickly into Bubble to Campspin. Campspin going to just walk that one in for 2, and they are up by 2 now. Both teams having a really good back and forth here this second round. The momentum has like been in both teams' favors. It's just gonna come down purely to who can execute more in this round 2. And it will be Ultra X TENS0R coming out now for the offensive joust. It'll be Cosmo here throwing this one down quickly into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle with a wide open 2 there though to answer quickly for Ultra X TENS0R. And that's been the story of tonight, is quick offensive joust have led to quick goals, to be honest with you. That and transition goals have been a real issue here tonight as well. Ultra X TENS0R has been doing really well. Both teams actually have been doing really well in that category. It'll be Pause here throwing it down that right tunnel. It will bounce up into the hands of Campspin. Campspin going to cross that one quickly over to Coaster, and Coaster for 2, and you see it here first. Quick offensive joust strikes are the best way to get it done. And it looks like we're heading for a little bit of a shootout here for round 2. Just both teams responding to goals. I don't know what to do, man. It's just a shootout. It's just a good old classic Echo shootout. Who doesn't love a little shootout? Empty gonna try and throw that one forward, but will lose it. It will be in the hands of Campspin. Gonna throw that one forward. It will bounce off that roof. Looks like it might go into goal, actually. Coaster Master just gonna do a little boop to get it right into goal, and that will put Good Vibes Only up by 4. Little mistakes like that are very costly, especially in situations like this whenever you are going back and forth with goals between 2 teams. But you know what? They still have time. There's still time here. We're not even at the halfway point yet for round 2, but it will be Empty, sending this one quickly over to right tunnel to James. James now gonna look for maybe a forward pass. Just gonna start moving up. And never mind, going for the wide open 3, not quite gonna get it. But Deadline looking to reset. Will barely get that off to Coaster. Coaster gonna cross down quickly to Pause. Pause gonna throw that one right down the center. It's gonna bounce off that cloud back into that left tunnel. It looks like it's gonna be Cosmo here to pick this one up. And Cosmo was looking for the open 3, but it looks like we have somebody on front. So Cosmo is just gonna look for the one-on-one here. And we'll take that one-on-one. And we'll get that one-on-one. And we'll close that gap just a little bit, making it a 1-score game yet again, 8-6 in favor of Good Vibes Only, as they will come out for another offensive joust here. And we have just crossed the halfway point of this round. Let's keep it interesting here. And here they go. It will be picked up here by Pause. Pause looking for a slower approach here. We'll get stunned out by James. Just losing that disc, but James able to pick up here. James has disc on Cloud. James passes over to Sizzle, and Sizzle for 2, and we have a tied game yet again. Just a mistake, just a catastrophic mistake there from Pause, losing disc right there. Very well played though by James, getting that stun off. Not able to get the grab, get the stun before that disc leaves the hand, and it will go anywhere and everywhere but to the person it's supposed to go to. Pause gonna go for the same strat here, but James is there in the middle this time just to pick it off. James gonna pass that one down to Sizzle on floor. Sizzle sends it to James, but James gets stunned out, not quite able to pick that one up. It will be into the hands of Cosmo. Over to Sizzle. Sizzle to James. James looking for the jukes and gets the slam top pocket 2, and will go up 10-8. And like that, Ultra X TENS0R has taken the lead. Whew. Stay hydrated, people. I gotta keep reminding y'all about that. But anyways, we're gonna have a Good Vibes Only offensive joust here. They are now down by 2. It's the first time they have not been in the lead for round 2 so far. Looks like it's kind of just gonna get cleared out there by Pause into the hands of James yet again. James looking to throw that one out of tunnel. It will bounce off that bottom area. Looks like it will be picked up by a blue player here. Cosmo able to get that one. It will be picked off by the stack here from Good Vibes Only, and they will do a little dribble. Paul's going to throw that one right at goal, but it gets snagged away by Sizzle. Sizzle going to throw that one off that right wall. Looks like he's going for a kunk shot here that might succeed, and it's going to bounce off that ring, unfortunately, almost getting that kunk shot off, but Paw's going to throw this one right out that right tunnel. But it will be picked up here by Empty. Empty able to get that disc pick up there. And there seems to be a stack approaching, and it looks like Deadline will get that snag off and just misses the backboard, but it looks like we have a race for disc here, and it will be James that gets the pickup here into the hands of Empty. Empty looking for maybe a shot here potentially, and we'll go for the boop, and we'll just bounce off that ring yet again. It will be Cosmo here with disc now. Cosmo gonna walk it, but it's gonna be off that ring again. And the ring again. The ring is just on fire here right now. Ring, I'll give the ring the defensive MVP for the game. But it's going to be a save here from Coaster now, able to get that snag off. Cosmo losing possession there, getting stunned out. Coaster able to just clear that one out. But it looks like it's going to be into the hands of Pause here. Pause able to throw that one into bubble. It's grabbed away by Cosmo. Cosmo now up on roof. Cosmo going to send that one down to left tunnel. It will end up in the hands of Pause, able to get that snag off there. It's in bubble, but it's grabbed yet again by Cosmo, trying to just get that disc cleared out. It's going to bounce off the bottom part of tunnel here. It's picked up by Pause, who gets the slap, but it's going to be into the hands of Empty. Empty able to get it. Looks like he was going for a bit of a mail slap, but it's going to bounce off that double diamond. Pause will pick up disc, going to throw it down that right tunnel. Not quite going to connect there to Campspin. Picked up here by Cosmo, but stunned and taken by Campspin. It will be in the hands of Deadline now. Deadline to Pause, but gets headbutted out by Empty. But Coaster there to recover and get the tune. We have a tied game here with 1 minute to go. We're going to see where this goes, because this right here, this offensive joust may determine whether we are going to get this round 3 or not. But there might be another one after this. But this might be the last offensive joust of round 2. It'll be Empty here quickly to James. James is going to sit on roof a little bit. He's going to pass that one down to Sizzle. Sizzle trying to go for that wide open 3, but Pause with the save. Pause denying that 3 there. Try to throw down tunnel. It will be picked up here by Empty. Empty going to throw that one into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle with the backboard, but Coaster denying that one. Picked off by Cosmo, and Cosmo with the 2. Oh my goodness. And I believe that's going to be the end of the round here in favor of Ultra X TENS0R, taking it here in 2 with a very last second score there from Cosmo. And that will be game. Good game, everyone. What a way to start this triple header here on Echo Master League for Easter Sunday. Nothing better than a absolute thriller of a game, even though it only went 2 rounds. Absolute thriller of a game with Ultra X TENS0R able to take it away in 2. But yeah, anyways, good stuff from both teams, you know. But anyways, this has been Goose. I will be back later tonight for the 11 EST match. The 2 other games that we have tonight will be, we have a master game coming up here shortly for you in 30 minutes. We will have Flossinasa Hillapilification playing against Wildcard for y'all. And then after that, we will have Monarch versus Mystic. So stay tuned for that one. But anyways, this has been Goose and Trot on cams. I'll see y'all in a little bit. So, peace!
It's game on!
Starting match.
$15.